Today's story witnesses a dark chapter that happened to Michael. It is a cursed past of his life, which even today, when he remembers, he gets goosebumps on his whole body. But even today, he could not give any correct explanation of this incident. After almost 15 years, Michael was going home to his village. Michael was a school teacher. After his parents died, he never went back to the village. He was standing at a deserted station to catch the train. Suddenly, he heard the sound of the train horn, but the strange thing was that he didn't hear any announcement of the arrival of the train. He thought maybe the announcement was made before he reached the station. Michael therefore picked up his bag and waited for the train to enter the platform. But he was surprised by one thing, because the train was coming towards him at a very high speed, and the train stopped in front of the brake cell with a huge force and sound. And as soon as he got on the train, it started moving faster. He found this very strange because when the train departs, it never departs at such a high speed. After entering the train, Michael noticed that almost all the lights in the train compartment were off. In the faint light, he saw some passengers sitting in the train, and they were talking among themselves. But they looked very strange. Some had pale faces. Some had burnt marks all over their bodies. Michael walked past them to his seat, but he noticed that everyone was looking at him and trying to say something. But Michael ignored them and went to sleep in his seat. After a while, Michael was woken up by a commotion, and he saw that the train was moving fast, and there was a fire inside the train. The passengers around him were on fire, and they were all screaming. But the strange thing was that Michael was sitting at some distance away from them, but the heat of the fire did not feel on him. He did not understand how it was possible. Suddenly the fire spread around him, but he was not on fire. He was surprised and afraid. What is happening with him? With the death screams of those passengers, Michael's surrounding became dark, and he fell unconscious there. When Michael regains consciousness, he finds himself in a hospital bed. The police were standing in front of him. Michael heard from them that he was lying unconscious next to the railway tracks. Then they found him and brought him to the hospital. Michael told them all the events of last night, but they were all shocked to hear what Michael said. Michael couldn't believe what he has heard from them. 10 years ago, while going to the destination at night, all the compartments of the express train caught fire, and all the passengers sleeping in the compartments were burnt to death. As the train was destroyed by fire, the government banned the movement of the train completely. Michael still carries the memory of this incident, but even today he did not understand how the train that was banned came back again. Did they want to tell him something? Or was there an invisible secret hidden behind it? What do you think?